So Larson has dominated this race. He has led 129 laps, and he's going to be in charge when we return to the green flag. But there's so much on the line here because those up there racing with him have got their mind on $100,000, and they would love to seal the deal, beating Kyle Larson on a restart and taking it away from him at a place like Miami where he's so good.
Do you go at the bottom behind him or take the top, Jamie? Yeah, so listen, obviously the bottom is a safer bet. I would take the top, though, because if Larson spins his tires, if something happens, if someone behind Larson gives him a shove and spins his tires, I just want the clean air, and I'm fine with being on the outside on this restart if I'm going for the win.
Here's the 2, Dylan.
Yeah, this was a welcome yellow for Jesse Love. Not only did it get him back on the lead lap here so he can go for the win, he really was struggling with the race car. We heard the radio, just wasn't exactly happy on the bottom, was a little hesitant to get off the bottom. I think they're going to get him dialed in here and at least be a little better. And he'll have a shot here with 3 laps to go.
Lap. But they're also going for $100,000.
I think about where Austin Hill is.
Finish ahead of the other one. Whoever wins out of those
we talked storylines late in this race. A win today for RCR would be the 100th in the history of that organization.
Yeah, and we're talking about Larson, winning the truck race last night, trying to win Xfinity and Cup over the next 2 days. He also won a sprint car race, a high-limit sprint car race
by the way.
On Wednesday night, by the way, yeah. So he mentioned that. He's like, it'd be pretty cool to win in 4 different cars over, 4 different races in 1 week.
How about this? The driver leading the most laps has won only 2 of the last 6 races here in Miami. Larson trying to finish it off today, Dylan.
Well, they have been so good on the long run. We just saw that there. You got a short run here, so what's your driver got? Does he got a good restart in him here?
Yeah, I hope so. We pumped up the pressures a little bit. The 41s had us on the short run, had matched our speed on the short run all day, so I think we got what we need to hold him off here. HenderCars.com Chevrolet's been great all day on the long run, so yeah, I think we got it.
You've worked with him for a few years now. How impressed were you, though, with that 15-second lead that he built up there? That was awesome.
Yeah, it's super impressive. That's Kyle Larson at Homestead. We kind of knew that coming in, that it could be like that, so it's cool to sit here and watch that happen.
We'll see how this shakes out. As Adam said, the 41 car has been the car that has challenged them the most today, so they're ready to go.
I don't seem to be worried about it here. Larson has started his tire pressure normally really low, so he has it build. He's really good on the longer run, but now they pump the tires up full of air.
I'm pretty sure Larson's going to take the bottom. The leader's taking the bottom every time in both the truck race last night and the Xfinity race today. But when you're the leader and you take the bottom, you're going to have to defend the inside going into turn 1. Knowing this is a green-white checker, there's no one's going to hold anything back. I think Mayer takes the outside. It's just going to be how that launch goes and who gets the help and who doesn't. And to try to explain to everybody at home, this is like ice. Like, even though you're on new tires, but once they start spinning on this restart, you can't do anything about it until you get to the corner. It's just so hard once they start spinning. And then the guy behind you wants to help you. You're like, no, I don't need help right now.
Make it worse.
Let me get it straightened out. We're coming to the decision point here. We'll see what he does.
Oh, there he goes.
Takes the inside.
I thought so. He did his homework. Saw what was happening. All those restarts.
He had a lot of shots and could never put it together.
Never made it work on the top side. And we should talk about why that lot higher line doesn't have as much grip. Remember, that's where the race cars run predominantly as they're running laps. And that asphalt just gets sort of dull and wore down in that outside groove. That inside asphalt that doesn't get run on over the last years at this track and this pavement has been here has some coarseness to it, so the tires can grip there and get going. That outside groove is proven to just be really worn out.
And knowing the position that Austin Hill's in on the outside, I'm cheating on this one. I'm jumping it just a little bit. I'm going to take my chances because even if he launches a little early, if he can't get the power down, you just got to hope that you can time it out right. And that's what he's got to be thinking inside of the car.
And we are going to go past our scheduled distance. So with that, this will be overtime. Reminder of the overtime rules. 2-lap shootout. Once the leader comes around, gets the white flag, the next flag ends the race. Should the caution come out before the leader gets the white, we'll reset and do it all again. Kyle Larson has dominated, won the second stage, has led 132 of our 198 laps today. But a late caution is going to put him in a position where he's got to fight him off on a restart. Larson on the inside to his outside Austin Hill and right behind Larson in the 41.
But the one behind him in the
other car
green and white is
that's been
going to
good
be
today,
the hardest
Sam
one.
Mayer.
He's one that's been giving them the most
Overtime is brought
trouble
to you
today.
by Credit One Bank.
And it's
Here
usually
we go
early.
to finish
Yeah,
it at the
when they first start off,
Homestead-Miami Speedway.
then Larson will take
Oh,
off.
Mayer.
See, they hit him already. They hit him.
For Austin Hill right now, he gets clear to the
Told you
bottom
they would
right
hit
here.
him.
Can he hold them off?
Now you got to worry about Allgaier.
Outside lane.
Oh yeah, it's not over yet. It's a long ways here. He said these two are going to battle for the lead. Down into turn
Now he's stuck
3.
beside
These
somebody.
two are not just racing for a win, they're racing for $100,000 in the dash for cash. I'm talking
Don't
about
get
the two
screwed.
in front, the 7 of Justin Allgaier, the 21 of Austin Hill. They both won this year, and they're coming back to the white flag.
And Austin
There
Hill's
it
going
is,
to
white
squeeze
flag.
him as much
See,
as
he
he
blocked
can.
him.
Justin
Now they
Allgaier's
don't
gonna
want
try
him to
down
win.
his luck.
Green and white blocked him.
Overdrive that car on the entry.
1 lap to go. Next flag ends the race. Allgaier trying to nose
So
up.
close, so far.
Mayer is
Not to
there as
worry
well.
about the sweep this weekend. I knew they'd screw him.
What a move by Justin Allgaier. Cleared him down
what
there through
happens.
1 and 2. He's got a major gap to those two side by side behind him.
Last week, Allgaier was
Ridiculous to
great. He
me.
was dominant, and he pulled away at the end. Today, he's trying to
Now he's
steal
gonna finish
one.
fourth.
Back-to-back
He's not even going to fight him now.
Here comes Justin Allgaier. He's going to win at the Homestead-Miami Speedway and get the $100,000. How about that?
Yeah, screwed. Really would. What happens when you get a bunch of hacks?
I didn't have to win. I just wanted to run good at Homestead one time, and you all finally did it for me. Thank you.
They did. You know what? They didn't win the race
He
for
wanted to
him. What
win.
happened
He
was
had
somebody
never finished in the top
knocked Larson.
5
That's what
prior
happened.
to today at this racetrack. The early penalty, they stay
The
in
only
the
chance
game.
they
The
had was
late
to wreck him.
caution, and how many times have we seen it? The late caution that cost Justin Allgaier
Right.
a win. Today it gets him back in the game,
God,
and
I hate
he
Allgaier,
delivers in the clutch.
Yeah, good for that team. And 20 seconds behind when the caution comes out. Gets in the right position, and I promise you that the 17 of Kyle Larson, which is Sam Mayer, would not have chosen behind him as it got him loose on the restart and gave Allgaier and Austin Hill
Sam
the
Mayer.
momentum that they needed on that outside
gets
lane.
He actually lost it off of turn 4, got in the wall hard. Didn't really take anyone else with him as he came across the line, but a hard hit for Jet Burton to the outside wall off of turn 4, coming to the checker.
Justin Allgaier gets his 2nd consecutive win this season. First time last week he had won at Las Vegas, first win at Miami today, and as he crosses the finish line, look in the distance coming off of
You'll
turn
see
4.
a white and blue car there right up next to the wall coming off 4 now. He's going to get sideways, and the car whips to the outside. Somehow doesn't take a bunch of cars with him. That was Jet Burton. Finishes the race, but a hard hit on the inside as well.
Two hard impacts right there. Adam, you mentioned it. I mean, Justin should have won
Larson,
Phoenix, dominated
yes.
that whole race, was not, had a late race restart. Very similar to the guy you see on the right that
Yeah,
dominated
notice
this
they're holding
race.
that
The late
off,
race
right?
restart, though, cost him the win. You can see the frustration in Larson.
I'm Larson. I'd be pissed.
The excitement over there on the left of Justin Allgaier.
Allgaier wins,
I
Mayer
remember
is
this.
second,
Every time
Hill
I-
ends
next
up
time I
third,
race that jerk
Larson fourth at the
pile
end of
it.
the 2 laps. Creed gets in the top 5. Love, Jones, Sanchez, Daniel Dye in the top 10, and so is Carson Quapple.
Victory lane is special, but I told you yesterday.
See, what's his name's
If
trying to
there's
shove
anywhere I
him
could
from the
win, it
back
would be
before
here.
he
Because I just feel like
Yeah, I
this
told
place
you,
is
Sam Mayer.
got me. Thank you to all the fans that are here. My wife and daughters were supposed to come today.
Yeah, when
so
you
they're
get
I love you.
as much as Larson embarrassed you
all of our
today,
partners,
you're
everybody.
finding a way
Hidden
to
Motorsports,
pay him
Hendrick
back
Unit
for
Shop,
that.
Hendrick Trust Shop, everybody Chevrolet.
Larson right there, I
Helmets,
didn't.
Jared.
A big day, too, for Kyle Larson. 132 laps led, ultimately
Big
a
day.
4th place finish. How do you even wrap your head around the disappointment of the result
Yeah.
after the day you had today?
I don't know. I've lived through it a number of times here, but yeah, obviously bummer again to have another Homestead race play out that way. Just yeah, I can't go
Wham,
when my
look at
rear
it, dude.
tires are off the ground. So I know it looks like I choked another one away, but I
There you
did
go.
everything I thought I could.
That's just say,
and,
hey.
41 just lagged back and slammed me
Bump Larson.
around. So
He's cussing.
bummer,
away.
but cool to have as
Like
big
he
a win
said,
that we had.
slammed
But would love to get a win for everybody in the 17 car,
so
you don't get to race all the time, so it's good. You know, we can run up front like we did today. So got one more opportunity in this thing, later on here in a few weeks. So we'll see if we can get it done then.
Today, there's no doubt about that. 4th place for Kyle Larson.